All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Little Cheddar, and we're in the middle of the Dan Yenor Fong Wen match. I don't know, somewhere around game 13, 15, whatever. We're going to do a player spotlight of Mr. Dan Yenor himself. Welcome to the booth again.
Thank you.
How do you feel like you're playing?
Honestly, I feel like the KO challenges kind of took me almost to another level. I feel, I don't know, more focused. Kind of look forward to it every week, every 2 weeks, whatever we're at now. But no, been enjoying myself. Feel like I'm playing all right. Obviously, there's things I can improve on. I go back and watch your terrible commentary and
Yeah, no doubt.
try to work on some of my shots, but
Yeah.
all in all, pretty good.
Taking our advice from the booth is not a really good idea.
Yeah, I usually don't. I put it on mute and then I just watch the shots.
Just like the rest of our viewers.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that's better.
And they're probably not listening to us right now, which is
Probably not.
all right. So tell us a little about Dan Yenor. Let's put this up there. You can actually read it yourself then.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of that says it. Favorite game? I mean, I picked 10 ball, but I think you and I have talked before, kind of off stream and everything. Really, I was just an 8-ball player, mainly coming into this. But with this and the spin of the wheel and luck of the draw, it's kind of made me have to like 9-ball and 10-ball, which isn't a bad thing. I'm actually enjoying it. It's making me focus, making me grow as a player. Yeah, I think it's been good.
So many players have said that too. You know, their favorite game is 8-ball, and then they come in and because I always ask everybody right before the spin of the wheel, what do you want to play? You know, and they always obviously say their favorite game, and it never ends up on their favorite game.
Yeah, you asked me that before. I know we talked on the phone before one of mine, and you asked what I was hoping for, and I think I told you I really didn't care because if I'm hoping for one and I get another, it's in my head the wrong way, and it's really not going to help me.
And that has happened to a couple of players where they flat out said, I hate 9-ball, and then they got 9-ball.
Yep.
You're already down a
You're
couple of
done.
games
Yeah,
then.
you're already down.
So you've been playing for 20 years, 38. You live in Slinger, Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Play with a Jacoby. And tell us about who's the food dude.
The food dude, Mr. Anthony Sadline. That stuff is.
Yeah.
I think I've added about 10 or 20 pounds just from his stuff. I'm hoping he gives me some, I don't know, weight loss gift certificates or something here in the future.
Jenny Craig workout.
Yeah,
Sure.
if they're still around, I don't know. But yeah, if you haven't checked him out, go check him out.
I'll tell you,
Facebook
his pulled pork is just second to none. Just
Oh,
freaking unbelievable.
Lately, we've been we'll go find him wherever he is, and we'll actually do the mac and cheese and the brisket together. Just put it in a bowl.
Oh,
So good.
delicious.
But yeah, go find him on Facebook, and he'll post where he's at. It's definitely worth the drive from wherever you are.
So round 1, you played Mike Bunnell. Round 2, you played Todd Schmidt. And your last round, to get to the quarterfinals, you played Jay Slonsky. Is there a most memorable moment out of any of those 3 matches that you can pinpoint that we can talk about on
that
air?
we can talk. Oh, well.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, really, it was probably that last match, and I mean that was a grind. I don't think I've ever played that long of a match before.
I don't think I've ever commentated on that long of a
Yeah,
match
I'm
before.
glad I could be a part of that. But yeah, I think just the last game or two and the grind and the mental capacity just to keep on going through it and to really to finish that off at the end, I think was pretty big.
So being a 549 Fargo, what does it mean to you personally to have gotten to the quarterfinals in the Knockout Challenge?
The numbers really don't mean much to me,
Okay.
to be honest with you. They used to. It really used to get in my head. It's a few years ago. I'd really look at the numbers and be like, oh, this guy's so much better than me. But really, I'm playing the table. Table doesn't really have a number to it, so I figure if I can play my safes well, I can execute my shots well, I can beat anybody in this field, I feel like.
You know, excuse me, that's the best attitude. We've talked about it in the booth repeatedly. You know, you're never playing your opponent anyway, ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you come in with that kind of attitude that, you know, the table is just, it's not really your enemy. You know, the table is your best friend. And as long as you can overcome, you know, chatter or whatever else that's going on, which is why we set up, you know, there won't be so much of that.
Boxing ring out there. It's pretty nice.
All right, so who would you say that is, when it comes to pool itself, would be your biggest influence that got you to the level you are?
I mean, when I first started, my mom and stepdad owned a bar back in the day, and I mean, before I was even legal age, I was in there just hitting them around. Wouldn't say I was any good or anything. Then my dad and I would start shooting a lot more, and he'd come to tournaments and watch and everything. And then I took some lessons from Rico Torres, just because he lived in Dousman, kind of where my dad was, and he was able to talk to him. And I spent, I don't know, countless days with him just working on pre-shot routine and stroke and everything. And gotta give him a lot of credit to kind of where I am today.
Sure. So is there anything that he told you, or is there anything that you remember that you use in preparation for a match like tonight?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of it we talked about was the mental game as well. And you get in your own head, you might as well pretty much go home right away, which used to be how I was too. I used to get really mad at my shots not making one, and it would take me out before I even had a chance back at the table.
I never had that problem.
No, never? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, for like 25 years.
Yeah. No, I was that way for the longest time too, and once I kind of was able to overcome that, and you let the shot go, you move to the next, and
yeah, you look at all the professionals. You know, Brian and I were down at Derby. You know, and they miss a shot, they just go sit down. You know, there's no
emotion,
look on their face. There's absolutely nothing. You know, otherwise you bring that to the table the next time you get up there again. So,
yep.
Outside of pool, you've been with Bobby Joe Durst for how many years now?
We're going on 4.
4?
4 years, yeah.
So outside of family or anything like that, what do you have as hobbies?
I mean, outside of our business, I do a lot with Slinger Speedway. Been on their safety team for probably 12 years, so I guess a lot into the racing scene when it's that time of the year. But I guess not too much other than that. I mean, a lot of family stuff. But
what business is it that you guys own?
A lay health team. So Bobby's a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and we have our own private practice down in Pewaukee. And do a lot of telehealth, a lot of virtual stuff. So that kind of gives our outreach a little bit more. We can get to people that are.
What's her number again?
Yeah, you might need that.
It's not might.
Yeah. I'll even come up and drive you down too. I'll help you out.
I don't think you're going to fit in my Mini Cooper. All right. So, is there anything? So you're going to go out and warm up in just a couple of minutes here. And is there any drills or anything that you use, or you just hit balls around and get loose?
Honestly, I've kind of told myself. I mean, I go out there, to get loose. I'm stretching everything, and really, when I practice, I'm just trying to get that fluid stroke and everything. If I pocket the ball, great. If I don't, I'm not too worried about it. Really, if I'd played a game for practice or whatever, really, it kind of sucks actually. But I'm not too worried about making the balls. I'm more worried about getting my arm loose and getting in stroke a little bit. If I am feeling pretty good, I'll kind of just start from one corner to one corner and put a ball in the middle with the cue ball just straight in a line and just kind of fire them in just to really loosen up my arm and kind of get the feel that way.
All right. Well, I hope you're doing well in the match, and congratulations on making it to the quarterfinals, and best of luck tonight. So,
thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.